Hello everyone! I'm Thomas, and I'm thrilled to welcome you to our new channel dedicated to the enchanting Iceland. Get ready to explore with me the breathtaking landscapes, rich Viking culture, and fascinating secrets of this Nordic country. From glaciers to northern lights, we'll uncover the magic of Iceland together. Don't miss a moment of this incredible adventure. Subscribe now to join our Icelandic community. Let's kick off this exciting journey together.
Hello Thomas, I'm Andy. And I will accompany you on this wonderful journey through fantasy Iceland. Let's start now. Come on.
Iceland. Iceland is an island country in northern Europe between the Greenland Sea, the Norwegian Sea, and the North Atlantic. It is south of the Arctic Circle, northwest of the United Kingdom, and east of Greenland. It lies in a contact zone between the Eurasian and North American tectonic plates. In its central region are the highlands, featuring peaks, volcanoes, geysers, and large glaciers, including Vatnajökull, the largest in the continent. Rivers are formed by the melting snow in this area, flowing from the center of the island to the coast, with rugged paths and scenic waterfalls. Especially to the north and west, the coastline is rugged, with bays and fords, including Reykjavik, the capital of Iceland. The Icelandic language is unique. Only 350,000 people speak Icelandic, one of the oldest languages in the world. Listening to it is like traveling through time due to the country's geographic isolation and conscious preservation efforts, keeping it largely unchanged for a millennium. The predominant religion is Protestant Christianity. The Icelandic currency is the Icelandic krona. The prevailing climate across the island is polar tundra cold, with no-month exceeding an average temperature of 10 degrees Celsius.
Incredible, Thomas. Iceland is an amazing place. Why don't you tell us more about the current facts? Come on.
Current affairs in Iceland. Iceland's economy is market-based with relatively low taxes compared to other OECD members. It relies on fishing, tourism, and aluminum. The most exported products are fish, seafood, aluminum, and ferrosilicon. It provides universal healthcare and free higher education to its citizens. It ranks first in the Global Peace Index and is one of the most developed and high standard of living countries in the world. Fishing, which engages 7% of the workforce and contributes 40% of operating income. Geothermal and hydroelectric power production, making Iceland the leading per capita electricity producer globally. Industry, including food processing and the production of aluminum and iron. Tourism, attracting thousands to visit glaciers, volcanoes, hot springs, waterfalls, and the northern lights. Half of Iceland's population lives in the capital, Reykjavik, and its neighboring cities, Kópavogur, Hafnarfjörður. The interior highlands are uninhabited and inhospitable, with most towns and cities located near the coast. The population density is one of the lowest globally, with 3.3 people per square kilometer. The Icelandic population is the youngest in Europe, with 24% being under 15 years old. Iceland has an efficient public transportation system that can take you to most of the country. The primary means of transportation is the bus. Iceland is a relatively safe country to visit, but like any other place, it's important to take precautions for safety. Always check the weather forecast before heading out, especially if planning hiking or driving. The weather in Iceland can change rapidly, and getting caught in a storm can be dangerous. Things you can do: whale watching tour, horseback riding, visit Lake Mývatn in northern Iceland. Some Icelandic traditions. Middengarnot, one of the most notable events in the Icelandic calendar. Literally, in any space in the city, not to mention bars, museums, galleries, or any other public building, there are cultural celebrations of all kinds. It's possibly the event that brings the most people together, with many participating, collaborating, or performing, while many more enjoy the entire spectacle. The cultural paradise can be appreciated on this day in Iceland. Street concerts, theater, cinema, painting, sculpture, cabaret, or any possible, and sometimes impossible, form of artistic expression happens on this day. It's truly one of the celebrations worth experiencing in Iceland and a perfect opportunity to understand the Icelandic spirit if you're planning to travel there. Typical Icelandic food: Plokkfiskar and rugbrauð. Icelandic cuisine is typically based on traditional dishes that consist of fish, seafood, or lamb combined with bread. One of the most well-known Icelandic fish dishes is plokkfiskar, a fish stew. This dish consists of cod accompanied by a delicious sauce, made with butter, flour, and fish broth, giving the dish a very special touch.
Amazing, Thomas! Why don't we go now to the Iceland Curiosities section? Come on!
Trivia! 1. One of the most striking peculiarities of Iceland is the absence of ants on the island due to the cold. In recent years, some species have been found living in houses, but they are not native to the island. 2. Mosquitoes are also not found in Iceland. 3. Beer was considered an illegal beverage until 1989. Surprising! 4. Almost 85% of the energy used in Iceland comes from renewable sources, with half of it specifically being geothermal. 5. It is one of the countries with the highest consumption of Coca-Cola, but curiously, it has no McDonald's establishments. There were some between 1993 and 2009, but they were not successful and closed. 6. If you live in Iceland, you cannot have a turtle, lizard, or snake as a pet because it is illegal. 7. It is considered the oldest democracy in the world, established in 930. Since then, the independent community of Iceland has been governed by the Althing Parliament. However, the island is considered the youngest land, geologically speaking, to be populated in the world. 8. Why do all Icelandic surnames end in son? In Iceland, they still maintain the ancient Nordic naming system. Surnames as we know them do not exist. Icelandic surnames are straightforward. Take the father's name and add son for sons and daughter for daughters. Although in recent years, surnames derived from the mother's name are very common, especially because of more single mothers. 9. Let's call it the land of fire and ice. Iceland is commonly nicknamed the land of fire and ice because it is home to over 100 volcanoes, many still active, and glaciers that cover almost 10% of the island.
Incredible, Thomas! Iceland's curiosities are very impressive. Why don't we go back on the type and go to the history of Iceland? Come on!
History. Iceland's history dates back to the early Viking settlements in the 9th century. They established a society based on democracy, and the Althing, one of the world's oldest parliaments, was founded in 930. During the Middle Ages, Iceland was under Norwegian and later Danish rule. In the 19th century, a nationalist movement seeking independence emerged, achieved peacefully in 1918 through a personal union with Denmark. However, in 1944, Iceland declared total independence and became a republic. Throughout the 20th century, Iceland experienced rapid economic development based on fishing and geothermal energy. The nation modernized and became a prosperous welfare state. In 2008, it faced a financial crisis but recovered quickly. Today, Iceland is known for its natural beauty, with glaciers, geysers, and stunning landscapes, and it has played an active role internationally, advocating for human rights and environmental sustainability.
Amazing, Thomas! This was all about wonderful Iceland. Now why don't we go to a series of questions to apply what we have learned? Come on! Thanks for joining us on this journey. I hope you've enjoyed the blend of history and charm. If you liked it, don't forget to hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and, of course, subscribe for more adventures. See you at the next destination. Bye for now.